Okay, so let's talk about collaboration. But first, two things. The first one is that I have a problem in my hip. I cannot be standing up the whole time. This is why I will be seated. But I will be moving my hands as always, so don't worry. And the second thing is that this presentation is totally related to the following ones. So if after this lecture you think, oh, I have many questions, how can I relate this to collaboration in SPP? Rodrigo will talk about it, and then Sigrid and Annette will give you an example, a really good example. So don't worry and keep in mind that they are very related. So let's go. We will use some economic theories to try to demonstrate why collaboration could be important for sustainability. So if you don't like numbers, you will suffer a little bit, but just a little bit, okay? So don't worry too much. As you know, traditional individualistic behaviors, this idea of maximization of profits, of utility, wealth accumulation, have created a lot of economic, environmental, and social imbalance, as Rodrigo presented yesterday. And this is a way of presenting collaboration as a way to contribute to sustainability. When I was working at the university in Spain, I used to teach economic theory, and all the models that I had to teach at that time were related to this idea of the Homo economicus. The idea is that human beings are like the Homo economicus, and we are all rational because we make decisions in a rational way, and we are individualistic and selfish, and we want to maximize our utility the whole time. And this could be okay. I'm not sure even in that situation, but this could be okay if we had a population, a small population, and unlimited resources. But that is not the case. And we have feelings, solidarity, envy, a lot of feelings, compassion. So we are not rational the whole time. And collaboration and all these things could help to understand that human beings are not like this, are not the Homo economicus, and we will propose a different Homo something at the end. So let's talk about the communication pyramid. As you can see here, communication is through the whole pyramid, and we have at the bottom the coordination, and we will talk about this, what is coordination, then cooperation, and at the top, collaboration. But first, if we have a lack of collaboration, we have competition, and we already know that competition can help improve efficiency in some cases, but it also can lead to excessive resources accumulation, waste, etc. So we need other options. We cannot compete all the time. We need different ways of doing things. And this is why we can talk about coordination. If you remember the pyramid, coordination was at the bottom. So coordination means activities carried out by different individuals in order to make them compatible for a common purpose or result. So the idea is make something compatible. You will do this, I will do that. And that is okay. We are coordinating each other. Next level, cooperation. We are engaged in working in something, monitoring or evaluating something, learning from each other and sharing experience. So when we cooperate, we are going beyond than coordinating each other. We feel that we belong to something, to a group, and we have this feeling of belonging. And the next level is collaboration, because in collaboration, we are working with a common objective. For example, sharing our resources, our information to develop a product, to develop a new service, etc. So this is why in our pyramid is on the top. So collaboration, as you already know, is a push-pull relations in which all stakeholders work towards a shared outcome or goal. As I told you before, it can be developing a new product, a new service, or something like that, and can help obtain an optimum for a system, and we will see that in our models. This usually, not always, but this usually provides more benefits to organizations than challenges, but it also has challenges related to that, and we will see that at the end of this lecture. And it may lead to less efficient decision-making and conflicts if we don't know how to collaborate and how to overcome collaboration challenges. Which cost collaboration could have? For example, coordination cost. And we know that in Sweden because we love meetings. And if we have to coordinate each other, we need to have meetings, we need to communicate each other. So this is a cost. We need time, we need resources, we need patience. So this could be a collaboration cost. Vulnerability, because if we are sharing resources, you need to trust the others that you are collaborating with, because maybe these resources are unique. And collaboration has also practical difficulties. For example, information, some people have hidden agenda, and this is a problem. Bargaining or free riding. Do you know about free riding? People who choose not participate, but still get the benefits. So the rest of the people are working and work. I remember something like that yesterday in the fish game. So this could be some collaboration practical difficulties. So now start the fun. So now we will see 3 different tools related to economic theory that try to demonstrate why collaboration could be useful for sustainability. Okay, so let's see first the prisoner's dilemma. Do you know the prisoner's dilemma? Yeah. No? Okay. So let's see, if you have studied games theory is the first things that always we explain. So the idea is that in the prisoner's dilemma, we have 2 players with 2 possible decisions. And in this specific game, we have 2 suspects, A and B, for example, Sigrid and Annette, that are arrested by the police. Not in Sweden, we don't have police here, but maybe a country in Spain, Italy, in Spain, I don't know. So 2 suspects, and they are arrested. They cannot communicate each other. There is not possible information exchange, so they cannot collaborate. This is the main point here. And the police have insufficient evidence for a conviction on major charge, and Sigrid and Annette are separate. So they cannot talk, they cannot, they cannot collaborate. And police visit each and offer them the same deal. So let's see the deal. If both Sigrid and Annette confess, they receive 5 years each. Of course, try to think about this, is not a law. So. Then if one of them confess and the other denies, then the one who denied receives 10 years and the other goes free. And if both denied, each gets 6 months jail term of a minor charge. So this is the payoff matrix or prisoner's dilemma solutions with the 4 possibilities. Okay, if Sigrid could be A, for example, and Annette B, so Sigrid confesses or denies, and Annette confesses and denies. Think about Sigrid, the prisoner A. which is the worst situation for Sigrid? What do you think? The worst scenario. So if she denies and Annette confesses, this is the worst situation for Sigrid. So the dominant strategy for Sigrid will be confesses, because she wants to avoid the worst situation for her. For Annette, it's the same. She won't deny, because otherwise she is afraid to be betrayed. So in a situation where both could collaborate and talk each other and decide, okay, I will deny it, you will deny it, perfect. The optimum solution would be both serve 6 months, the green one. But no collaboration is possible, so the suboptimal solution would be the red one, both serve 5 years. So this is the first tool, and we see here that if we could use collaboration, the optimal is one, the green one, but we will have a suboptimal solution because of this no possibility of collaborate. Then the second tool is the tragedy of the commons. And I think that the game that we played yesterday, it would be really useful, because now it's easy to understand why it's a tragedy in this case. So in this example, the commons are a pasture that is open to all, and we have different herdsmen try to keep as many cattle as possible in the common land. That is the common, as I told you. So each of them want to maximize his gain by adding more animals, like yesterday. And the problem is that if we look at one of them only, yeah, they will increase momentarily their benefits, but the common, the pasture, will be overgrazed, like yesterday, and game over like yesterday. So in the medium term, all that. And the last tool is a Nash example, and it's similar to the previous one. In that case, we have two farmers, A and B, and a pasture area with a maximum capacity, like yesterday, instead of fish, now we have cows. And but the same principle is behind, because now we need we have this grass regenerating rate, so we need to let regenerating the grass. And we have also the cow's grass consumption per year, and the price if we sell a cow, 1,000, and a maximum number of cows for each farmer at a time is 5. So let's see the table, because now we are already experts on that. So let's see, we have A and B, these two farmers, and in the first situation, 1 cow per each. We will have the first year 1,000 profit per each, and enough food for next year, for year 2, and the same profit in year 2. So this could be an option. In the second solution, 2 cows per farmer. They will increase their profit, but the food will be enough for year 2. So that could be also fine. If we pay attention to the last one, 5 and 5, 5 is the maximum number of cows that they can have. So the first year, each of them will get $5,000 as profit. So great, like group number 3 yesterday. But in year 2, no cows at all. So this profit, 5,000 and 5,000, won't be possible because the food won't be enough. So these are another way to see the same problem. we need to think about our profits, but we need to think about also that other farmers are using the pasture to have the cows there. And we need to take into account also this time dimension that we talked about it yesterday, because in the short term, the decision would be one, but in the long term would be different. And of course, and it's the same for this prisoner's dilemma. In games theory, we really often use this one times game, or if we need to play in the game in different times, is different the solution. Because if you have to make a decision today and that's it, probably you will think about yourself more than if you have to play the game once and again and again and again, as Peter said before. If you need to collaborate all the time with the stakeholders and make decisions with them, you need to try to achieve a win-win solution. So now, with these three tools, we can try to apply them to this problem of global warming, for example. If we are a country, we can decide to pursue our economic growth and forget about environmental issues. So we can talk about the quality of the air as our commons, at the commons. And the idea is that, for example, if all the countries sign the Kyoto Protocol and follow them, the Earth's atmosphere will be better, the commons, and it will affect on the long term to all the countries. In the short term, as I told you, as a country, we can think, no, it's better if I focus only in economic growth. But thinking about long term, thinking about other dimensions of our welfare, the idea is that all the countries sign and follow the protocol and try to protect also their atmosphere. And try, of course, to pursue economic growth, but in this holistic, using this holistic perspective. With the Nash equilibrium, the complexity is higher because in the previous games, we had only 2 players. And now with this Nash equilibrium, we can have n players. And we usually have a lot of stakeholders. But the main idea is that our strategies are a function of others' strategies. So we are interdependent and our strategies are interdependent. So the conclusions for this first part is that change is needed from this individualistic and traditional perspective to a more collaborative one in order to contribute to sustainability. And this is the new Homo, something that we want to propose, this Homo socio-collaborativus that needs to take over this Homo economicus and think about the others, not only think about himself. So this prisoner dilemma, tragedy of the commons, and the Nash equilibrium can help to show this importance of collaboration to contribute to sustainability. And now we will focus more on literature and research done about collaboration for sustainability. Now we know that collaboration could play an important role for sustainability. So let's see what have we done. So far, there is still limited research on collaboration elements, collaboration benefits, and collaboration challenges for sustainability. Of course, there are a lot of things already done of collaboration in general, but now we are focused on collaboration for sustainability. And also collaboration for SPP is needed. So we need Felipe. So according to the previous literature, there are some elements or areas where collaboration is important, for example, in new technologies, in business models, recovery, innovation, research and education, and also links to the communities. Or these are some collaboration elements or areas, collaboration for sustainability. Collaboration for sustainability has also some benefits, and you have a list here. For example, optimizing financial and human capital, accessing markets and knowledge, decreasing the time needed to accomplish objectives, etc., etc. We will see some of them in our example. And as I told you before, collaboration for sustainability has also challenges. Challenges because we need to communicate each other, we need to transfer information, free riding, as we saw before, coordination problems, conflicting needs, etc. So now we want to present you an empirical analysis that we have conducted about collaboration for sustainability and in a specific organizational sustainability, because we work with organizations. We conducted a survey about this, and we will present you some results in order to see which are the benefits, which are the challenges that they have highlighted, etc. So the survey consisted of different sections, but we will focus now on the fifth one, collaboration for sustainability. And as I told you, it was an empirical analysis with a survey, so we will use some responses, more than 200 responses. These are the statistical analyses that we conduct. Don't worry about the names. I will try to be clear about that and don't talk a lot about the statistics. So the idea is that we rank some variables, then we use principal components analysis. We don't talk about correlations today. And then we group some variables, and I will explain you what does it mean, this cluster analysis. So the organizations that answered our survey was 60% companies, but we had also civil sector organizations and public sector organizations. As you can see about organization size, we have a little bit of everything, different size. And most of them were engaged with sustainability at least for more than 5 years. Most of them, yeah, more than 5 years. So the first thing, we asked them, how do you rank your collaboration elements or areas? In which collaboration elements or in which areas do you collaborate more? And as you can see here in the top, in the first quartile, we have innovation, education, service, and research. And at the bottom, products and business models. We also ask for their benefits, for their collaboration benefits. And the three ones were, the three at the top, were access markets and knowledge, enrich creativity, and transdisciplinary learning. And at the bottom, decrease time needed to accomplish objectives and reducing or removing conflicts. And of course, we asked them also about their collaboration challenges. The most important for them were operational dependencies, information problems, and conflicting needs. So then, as you can see, we had many elements, many benefits, many challenges, and we wanted to do more analysis, and we needed to reduce these variables in some factors in order to be able to conduct cluster analysis, etc. So we try to reduce, the idea is with this principal component analysis, we try to reduce all these variables in some factors in order to work with them. The elements were grouped in two factors, one that we call business-oriented factor, and the other one that were called society-oriented factor. Why? Because the first one includes, for example, technology, products, innovation. The second one, it's more about education, research, community. Then all the benefits were grouped in one factor, and all the challenges were grouped also in one factor. And then using these two factors for the elements, the one factor for the benefits and the one factor for the challenges, we conduct cluster analysis. And the idea with the cluster analysis is to group the organizations in order to see if there are differences between their benefits, their challenges when they collaborate, and if they are focused, for example, on collaborating more in business-oriented elements or in society-oriented benefits, etc. And this table simply shows that the groups, we obtained 5 groups, and the groups were sufficiently different if we compare one to the other. So this is the framework that we propose with these 5 groups, and let's explain all of them. The first one, we call them no collaboration, and it was a small group, 7%, something like that, of the organizations that they hardly collaborate. So you can see that there is not color in their table. So they don't collaborate or collaborate hardly, no benefits, of course, and no challenges because they are not collaborating so much. The second one, we're more focused on society-oriented organizational collaboration. This is why you see more color in this first here. They didn't collaborate a lot in business-oriented elements, so they obtain few benefits from collaboration and few challenges. The third one, it is similar to the second one, but more focused on business-oriented elements. So few benefits, few challenges also for the third one. The fourth one for us is the one that we need to follow. It was more or less 30% of the organizations that were collaborating on both types of factors, on society-oriented and business-oriented elements. So they got a lot of benefits and a few challenges. So we call this group optimal organizational collaboration. And the last one, collaborate a lot in both. So they obtain benefits, but a lot of challenges. And this is why we propose the following. You can collaborate for sustainability, and that's great in both sides, in business-oriented elements, in society-oriented benefits, but to a point, because if you collaborate too much, you can obtain benefits, but too many challenges. So this is the main idea of the framework. So trying to summarize all these results, as you can see, we have ranked these elements, benefits, challenges, and as I told you before, we can collaborate, and this will increase benefits and challenges, but only up to a point where more collaboration may lead to some increase of benefits, but a much larger increase in challenges. The framework is called Organizational Sustainability Collaboration, and as you saw, it has 5 different steps with this: no collaboration, society-oriented, business-oriented, optimal, and too much collaboration. So, which is the main idea? Let's try to balance our efforts when we are collaborating in all these elements, but taking into account that this could be a limit to growth of collaboration. So the best laid collaboration for organizational sustainability can go very bad if allowed to go unbridled. Thank you so much.